The death of people is always a big loss. Unfortunately, as I said before on the phone, no one, and Syria included, didn't know about the location of those soldiers. And during that time, unfortunately, both Syrian soldiers suffered as well. And there are big losses in Syrian army. That's why, of course, we must discuss all the situation, because we don't want this to be repeated again, and we don't want it to harm Turkish-Russian relationship, and because we value our relationship very much. As you asked, we are ready to start our discussion, the two of us, and then we can continue with the colleagues that are on our right and our left side right now. Welcome again.
Likewise, I would like to thank President Putin for having us here today. As you know, this meeting was supposed to take place in Turkey, but because of the constitutional work that you are supposed to carry out here, we are holding this talk here in Russia. Of course, because of the negotiations in Idlib, we are here together, and this meeting is of great importance. In the region, we see a lot of problems, and I know that the entire world is watching us right now. And today, the decisions that we will take today will hopefully be auspicious for the region as well as our countries. The relations between Turkey and Russia reached a pinnacle of late. In terms of defense industry, in terms of bilateral trade, we have made great strides indeed. And of course, we can always take these to the next level. And of course, we need to further strengthen our relations. That remains our biggest objective. And I do believe that we are going to accomplish this. Once again, we would like to thank you for having us here today.
We're watching a joint press conference, or rather words, being spoken by the presidents of Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan on the left and President Vladimir Putin on the right. They're meeting. This is an urgent meeting that's happening in the Russian capital right now in Moscow. President Putin said that if they will be discussing the situation in order not to repeat such repetitions. And President Erdoğan said that the entire world is watching Idlib, and the decisions taken today will be auspicious not only for the region, but for the entire world. Turkey has been conducting a military operation in the northwestern province of Idlib, trying to push back an assault by the Assad regime, which is an infraction of the Sochi Agreement, which was signed by both Turkey and Russia. All right. The two leaders will be heading behind closed doors in just a moment to talk about coming to an agreement about the possibility of a ceasefire, which has killed thousands of people since the beginning of the latest assault in Idlib province with the Russian-backed Syrian regime forces. All right, Adam Pletz has more details on Turkey's strikes targeting the Syrian regime from Hatay.